Hello, my darling honey hearts of Lincoln. As with any sort of Love and Deepspace update, I tend to become very curious and want to always understand and learn about everybody else's opinions, thoughts, and feelings on any update the game might have, whether that be trailer reactions or actually big version updates or mini version updates or quality of life updates. You get the idea. And I took to Reddit, which is one of my favorite platforms for, just reading information in general about the game, because I prefer to engage with Love and Deepspace in terms of communities, online communities, primarily through Reddit. I feel like that is the most sane and the healthiest platform, in my opinion, compared to all of the other ones available out there. This is just what I feel like is the best platform that works for me. That can be different for you, or it can be the same for you. Before I begin though, how cute are these mini games that are going to come up with the upcoming wedding multi-banner on July 3rd? I'm so happy. They are always bringing back the 3D chibis, and everything looks so much more cuter, like so much cuter, like so much more immersive. And it looks like we get to do a bunch of mini game activities with our 3D chibis, and I cannot wait for this. I mean, this looks so romantic and so cute. But yeah, I think you will find these posts quite interesting. On this episode of Love and Deep Discussion, we dive into everybody's opinions after they looked at the 4.0 live stream. This is not really targeting any one specific theme or topic, just the general consensus of how people are actually feeling, whether maybe some people went in with high hopes and high expectations and underwent and extreme disappointment, or there is some hunters out there that did not really go in with any expectations. They were just like, they just want to roll with it, and whatever comes their way comes their way. So I'm just going to be sharing some of the opinions, and I will just be talking about it as per usual. And the general disclaimers whenever we're discussing stuff in the comments or discussing opinions. As per usual, always remember to be kind and respectful and polite to one another. You are open to agree, disagree, and even agree to disagree with me, provided it is done in a very civil manner as per usual. And so yes, this sleep feature is insane, by the way. But anyways, let's just jump into the post, shall we? The post is titled, "So Am I the Only One Disappointed After Seeing the Live Stream?" They say, "Hey guys, I am back with another rant session." Like, yeah, the new banner, it was really cute and all, but seriously, they ignored the important things yet again. No bounty drops update, didn't really see anything about Abyssal Chaos update. It's been a year now, Infold. Just give me Silas and Caleb's missing content already. And no main story update announcement. Like, I thought we were getting Raphael and Xavier's story update, and that 190 free pulls it just sounds so suspicious. Cause it's actually not that. The orbits are too hard to clear, so adding new ones doesn't really help. You can't clear them all unless you wail. Seriously, I don't want to ruin anyone's mood, but I don't think we should stop complaining, which are valid concerns, mind you, just because Infold threw some free stuff at our faces. It's getting so annoying. Guess the only good thing I found was them giving us one of MC's outfit for free. Anyways, prepare and clear your storage as per usual. Now, I can understand why this might be like a mixed bag of responses for a lot of players. I totally get that. And before I can share some more, I can share some responses which are related to this same post or under this post, and one or two maybe coming from similar types of posts, because I feel like Reddit is flooded with these types of posts right now. I feel like in regard to the next main story update with Xavier and Raphael, I believe we're going to get that as a separate trailer somewhere towards the end of next month. Just like how when they did for Zayn and Silas at the end of May, I feel like that's how they're going to go about that when it comes to that trailer. But yes, I will agree that I do share disappointment that there was no mention of any update regarding Caleb and Silas's base content, 3-star and 4-star cards. They're missing bonds, they're missing anecdotes, and any other content which is not up to the mark and not matching with the original 3 love interests. It is kind of depressing that they haven't really addressed that yet, but I am still holding out some hope. Okay, I am trying to be positive that maybe in the upcoming updates or versions or notices, they will provide us some information on that. I am still hopeful and optimistic about that for some reason. This person said, "The orbits being too hard for me, not gonna lie. I've been stuck on them for weeks now, and one card literally takes a week to level up. I thought at least they'll make the bounty hunt drops a bit higher, or maybe a higher stamina cap, since I've seen so many players request it for a long time now. I am struggling as a low spender. I can't even imagine about free-to-play players. Another said, I was deeply underwhelmed and disappointed. I'm personally getting tired of the filler content and features that I won't use. And honestly, that Hunter's comment really got me thinking, like, a lot of players might actually find those features to be quite like useless, or maybe genuinely just filler updates just to just make up for the fact that they are not addressing the bigger issues, like as I said earlier, adding and addressing Caleb and Silas's base 4-star 3-star cards, and just in general them needing to have desperately more number of cards to be able to catch up with the original three guys. Because if you are someone that chooses to main Caleb or Silas, or for that matter Caleb and Silas, then you will realize what a struggle it is to actually progress through things like Senior Hunter contests and Deep Space trials. If you are choosing to use just mainly their cards, the struggle gets real fast and real quick. So things like these journal features and widgets, while they are super adorable and extremely cute in terms of customizability and just adding overall more reason to log into the game, for a lot of players it might feel like it's just useless and it doesn't really address the real issues at hand, while of course the updates are appreciated. Like the fact that I will admit though, if I'm being completely honest, when I saw the post about the kitties and everything, I did think that yes, we were going to get them in like a sort of like a mini house, a 2D sort of house for them. Because like how they had shown in the Yes Cat Caretaker banner, we could place them in the bath, we could place them to go cook, or we could make them clean, or just nap with them. Maybe we can still do that, because these widgets might just act like a cute little Tamagotchi. We'll have to wait and find out once the app, the update is actually fully released. And I really personally was hoping for like a lot of the mini games to come back on a permanent rotation, but I'll save those thoughts of mine towards the end of the video. This person said, totally agree. Here's my gripe. I feel robbed from the emotional investment. I 100% believe this is going to be a dream sequence or an alternate universe, but that cheapens what is such a monumental moment. I wanted a build-up, a profession of a love card, then later a proposal card, and then the big wedding card, all later down the line. They want an order basically, traditional sense. Whether this is a dream or AI situation or not, if it cheapens the natural progression of a relationship because it comes so soon. I also wish for a wedding banner there was an Illusio option for MC's dress, so we could cater to our own personal style for our favorite allies. I hate MC's dress for Silas. You're telling me that this insanely rich man who buys his clothes all the time and this is what she'd wear? And I get it, Infold can't cater to everyone's style, but that's why Illusio for MC would be great. Now the last paragraph they said was, lastly, the lack of acknowledgement of our concerns about resource farming at this point is unacceptable and so disappointing. They could have given us a banner, or rather no banner, and instead a boost to resource farming, and I would have been over the moon. Overall disappointed, I agree with you 100%. And I really resonated with that last part in terms of the resource farming. Like if they had to actually introduce like an infinite dungeon mode where we or some sort of end game dungeon where we can grind for diamonds every whatever, like 10, 7, 9, 10 or 11 or even 15 days, but provided that the diamond rewards refresh, a lot more players would have been a lot happier because they have like a sustainable way to farm diamonds. And like obviously, like I'm speaking from the free to play and low spending perspective, because it's not easy, right? Like first of all, resource hunting is so difficult as it is, resource gathering is difficult as it is. It takes so long to level up a 5-star card to even level 60, 70 sometimes, right? And on top of that, if you have to like awaken them, you need to have the all of the wish bottles. Like the fact that SSR wish bottles, like where was the update for Heartbreaker, who hosted the dang live stream, to give us an update about actually including the gold SSR wish bottles? Because the purple ones do barely anything. Like the jump from level 70 to level 80 is outrageous, and everybody is aware of this by now. And the last post for today which stood out to me: I'm married with children outside of this game, so I'm not hugely affected by this. There is no officiant, there's no witnesses. It looks more like he's proposing than anything to you in a wedding dress. The event has us being a wedding planner. This could totally be something where the couple is having a VR wedding and we're testing it out so that we program it to be special for us, or something to that degree. So he takes advantage of the mood and the setting to promise something and propose eternity with us. I'm happy either way, unless it is super depressing outside of the Kindled. Just let us be happy, Infold. Ah, yes, because, most serious players of the game are aware that this game is literally 90 or 99% love and deep depression, and whenever there is something super cutesy and fluffy and wholesome, a lot of us always panic, and our immediate reaction is something morbid, or maybe there is going to be some sort of catch to it. Like, there's no way that all of them are like super happy and lovey-dovey. There has to be some sort of catch, right? Like, there's something wrong. It can't be so happy all the time. No, but seriously, I mean, sometimes it's very obvious that that's going to be like a very happy, wholesome experience, whether that be spicy, sweet, or fluffy, and other times it's like we don't know what we're in for. But of course, we try to be positive as much as we can. And finally, on Love and Deepspace's official account, they have said, "Witnessed by Deep Space, your very existence is the answer to happiness. Thank you, hunters, for your support and companionship. Step into a new chapter filled with even greater happiness together with him." On July 3rd, Love and Deepspace version 4.0 will launch, introducing the brand new series of the 5-star interactive memories Witnessed by Deep Space. Happy events, happy gameplay, and happy rewards. Happiness awaits. We look forward to welcoming all hunters. Important tips: all characters, stories, and settings in this program are for presentation purposes only and are unrelated to the original Love and Deepspace storyline. The visuals and rewards shown are still in development and may differ from the final release. Hunters are advised to refer to the official release version. Now, I think that this is such an important message that they have posted, because I feel like sometimes it is important to understand and have like a gentle reminder that the memories are separate from the main storyline, because we are exploring very romantic and highly intimate scenes with our love interests in these 5-star memoria cards, which we're not really exploring in the main storyline, because in the main storyline our MC is neutral and she is friends with all of the guys, but there is nothing exactly romantic involved. Yes, there is some light flirting, but nothing else really happens beyond that. And as for my opinions and my stance on all of these comments and reactions to everything that we have just read just now, I feel like I never really want to judge anything before it actually comes into fruition itself. You know what I mean? Like, I would rather wait until the banner is out and then make well-informed decisions about whether or not it is a banner that is actually for me, whether it is worth pulling for me or not, depending on what banners are coming up next. Do I really want to pull for this one now? Will I have enough diamond savings for the next one? And all that, all of these questions that we usually tend to ask each other, or ask one another, or ask ourselves whenever a new banner drops. And as we can always see, right, the quality of the multi-banners, just especially all the banners in general, but they keep getting even more intense, even more enhanced, so much, it's so detailed. These look like full-blown animated movies with high quality Hollywood production value. Like, you can't tell me that this is not something straight out of Disney or Pixar, or even better than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always almost on the same level. It is just that good. For example, when the Tomorrow's Catch 22 February 2025 multi-banner came out, a lot of people or a lot of players were just judging it based on surface level, like, oh, it looks raunchy, it looks spicy, it looks like something only the dark romance or hardcore girlies are gonna enjoy, and like the fluffy soft girls are not gonna enjoy. It's nothing like that, when in reality those stories were some of the best well-written stories of any of the multi-banners I have seen so far, in my opinion, with over 1 hour or 1.5 hour long stories which had bad endings and good endings. You could choose which ending you wanted, or you could play through both of them, which in most cases most players would have played through both endings, because let's be honest, when we get to play both endings, we get the diamonds, the sweet diamonds back. So no, I'm saying, and like this, the stories were so well written, and there was a full-blown, like, I don't even know how to explain it anymore. Like, there is so much in-depth storytelling to this game. Like, there is a reason why people call this game Love and Deep Depression, and not just Love and Freak Space. Like, there is so much depth to this game, and the storytelling just seems to keep on getting better and better with each update. Do I wish that they had to actually include some information about improved resource farming, whether it be for diamonds or SSR wish bottles or any other type of in-game resource? Yes, maybe they're not showing it now, maybe they're saving that for a later update, who knows. Though I do wish they would announce that sooner rather than later. I mean, I am happy that we got the new unicorns Kali a mission next to Abyssal Chaos. This is a new type of similar, game mode, so I'm appreciative about that. But let me know what are your thoughts. Like, let me know in the comments below. Were you blown away by the 4.0 live stream? Were you underwhelmed? Were you disappointed? What are your thoughts and feelings now that you know what 4.0 is bringing forth? Like, how do you feel about the sleep feature, the nap feature? How do you feel about the new interactive 5-star memories from this witnessed by Deep Space wedding-esque multi-banner? It's just most likely going to be something to do with like an alternative universe, because the setting is very dreamlike. So that is why I'm leaning more on this is definitely something that is more dreamy-esque, and they are dreaming. That's what I would assume, or it's like a VR situation, just like another user had said. And what else do I wish for? Let me see. I think I pretty much said most of my wishes, but yeah, what are your thoughts and feelings about this update overall? I do definitely wish they had to include more content, obviously, for Silas and Caleb. Again, I would not stop, talking about that, because they should not really have to feel like pay to play characters, like I just feel like equality between all characters is important. But yeah, how do you feel about the journals and the widgets and all of the new features? Hoping that everybody remembers to clear out their storage and make sure you have enough storage space for this update when it comes on July the 3rd, because more than likely, since this is a major version update, the storage space will be rather hefty. But anyways, I wish you endless good luck on your future pulse hunters. Bye bye.